Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Destiny 2, as our road to Beyond Light is now just 2 months away. So, going on right now, we are beginning part number 1 of a 3-part Stasis Spotlight series. We're going to start things off with the Warlock Shadebinder. So here's a look at the Stasis subclass over here. Got a little notification in my, in my ear here. Okay, so let's find out some more information about this Stasis subclass, the Warlock Shadebinder. First paragraph here, Fracture with Frost. Keen Masters of Destruction, launching projectiles, freezing as many enemies as possible, and shattering them all in one fell swoop. The Shadebinder ensures no foe is left standing. So here's 3 parts to this super subclass here. Starting things off with Winter's Wrath. Shadebinders harness the power of darkness to summon a Stasis staff. Next part over here, that would be the Shattered Shockwave. The Shadebinder detonates the crystal on their staff, creating a devastating shockwave that shatters all nearby frozen enemies. And the top portion over here, that's the Penumbral Blast. This fires stasis projectiles from their staff that explode on impact. Enemies hit by the crystalline shrapnel are immediately frozen solid. So that's the information regarding the super subclass for the Shadebinder. And of course, they open it up with welcoming everybody to the first of a 3-part series of the Stasis subclass Super. We'll be taking a look at the Stasis from each of the 3 Guardian classes. We'll talk about the Titan on Thursday, and then the Hunter on September 8th. That's next Tuesday. So if you don't know what Stasis is, it's the first new elemental power to Destiny since the original trio of Arc, Solar, and Void, all the way back to Destiny 1 in 2014. And its introduction in Beyond Light will have ramifications for players across all aspects of the game, from narrative to combat, to the way in which players will customize the Guardians. So, each Guardian class will feature a new Stasis subclass with Beyond Light, and, as you might expect, each class will use Stasis in a unique way. So Stasis is the domain of control and elemental power that is less about outright aggression and more about careful control of enemy combatants in space, and sometimes even using the supers of Stasis in a defensive way, with hunters zipping by in the blink of an eye while slowing down opponents in Stasis fields, Titans smashing their fists to the ground, launching jagged eruptions of Stasis crystals from the Earth. So no matter which class you prefer, Stasis will be changing the way you play Destiny 2. Sorry. So by commanding Stasis in Beyond Light, players will have access to new powers that change their approach to a fight. And in combat, Stasis can manifest in multiple ways, which will include freezing or slowing opponents, creating crystalline stasis structures, and even shattering frozen combatants. And this range of options will give players more ability to control large-scale fights than ever before. So here's another look at the Warlock here holding the Shadebinder while activating the super. So now we're going to talk more about the Warlock. No class embodies the concept of freezing better than the Warlock Shadebinder. Imbued by stasis energy, the Shadebinder can summon a stasis staff that fires projectiles which can freeze opponents, immediately rendering them immobile. The Shadebinder's Penumbral Blast melee attack is a quick burst of stasis energy that erupts from the staff and instantly freezes anyone it hits. From there, the Warlock can either deal with the frozen foes or leave them be and move on to more immediate threats. Okay, and there's the rest of the information regarding the Shadebinder here. So now we're going to talk about customizing Stasis. So if you play Destiny long enough, you eventually know that choosing the right subclass for each situation will be crucial to the outcome of the fight. With Titans having the bubbles, Warlocks with the wells, and skilled Guardians, just know how important those abilities can be in a pinch. But with Beyond Light launching on November 10th and Stasis, will give you more flexibility to customize your subclass to the style of play. So here's a quick look here on screen. This talks about both the abilities and the aspects over here, while still having all 6 of your stats over here. So let's talk about abilities and aspects as we scroll down a little bit more. So each Stasis subclass in Beyond Light will give players the ability to customize abilities like grenades, movement modes, class abilities, and so on. So in addition, we've added new layers of customization with the addition of aspects and fragments. So as we scroll down a little bit more, aspects manifest as physical items in the world, such as a crystallized Vex complex or a robotic fallen arm. Those are two quick little examples. When slotted in, aspects will offer players new abilities along with other effects. These abilities can be mixed and matched freely by the player, and many aspects will have space for fragments to be slotted in. Also, fragments are physical items that you can discover in the world, and when applied to, they offer additional passive perks, such as the stat bonuses, which will come with penalties. And we'll scroll down there in just a second. Aspect upgrades are unique to each Stasis subclass, while fragment slots are class agnostic, and how players combine these two different types of upgrades will lead to the range of customization options. So, as they mentioned, penalties here, so let's scroll down to the two examples here. So here's the Stasis aspect here called Frost Pulse, for example. A complex trapped motionless in crystal, infinite possibilities held in tranquil inertia. You unleash the darkness within, suspending your enemies in harrowing stillness. So casting your riff will generate a shockwave that will freeze nearby combatants. So there's the Stasis aspect over here. That's one of two, and of course there's fragments here too. And when we go to the fragments category, as mentioned, they talked about penalties. Here's a quick little example of the Stasis fragment called Whisper of Bonds, as you see right here in the fragments category. Defeating frozen targets with weapons grants you super energy. However, here's the penalty. You will lose 10 intellect and 10 discipline. So you have 26 discipline here and 33 intellect here, but it goes down to 16 and 23 respectively. Those are the two penalties that you would have. And again, they're just talking about the example. Okay, this Warlock decides to slot the Whisper of Refraction fragment, they now have set themselves up with a nice 1-2 punch, and if played skillfully, they can use this combo frequently. And with its focus on freezing and shattering, the Shadebinder subclass promises to give Guardians yet another reason to love their floaty, book-loving Warlocks. Especially if you're good at jumping. Okay, so there you go. That's a quick little information about the Warlock. Actually, before we go, we're going to quickly check out the Stasis Hub page and check out the lore for the Shadebinder Warlock as soon as this is done loading. There we go. Okay, correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure it's just the lore. So, here's a quick little lore information about the Shadebinder. The staff sealed my hands in rhyme, and the song resonated through my flesh. I was its instrument, and it was mine. When we sang "Be Still to the World," it would obey. Alright, so there you go. That's the quick little inside look on the Warlock Shadebinder, the brand new Stasis subclass. And part 1 of 3 is in the books. Now, when we come back next time, in part 2, we'll learn more about the Titan. So that's officially going to do it. Thank you for watching, everybody, and we will catch you guys next time as our road to Beyond Light continues. Thank you for watching. Take care, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more gameplay content. Take care, everybody.